Hello, everybody, and hope you all are doing well. Here, this is being my review of This Is Us, this past week's episode. And as always, you can find me on Twitter, not that one, my personal handle, at army_strong_06. Welcome to check out the game that I'm still somewhat a part of. That's Who Got Spook, and you're going to hear shortly. And also wanted to promote, which I'll also promote at the end of the review here, is a TV show that I hope everybody gives it a chance, because it's pretty dang good, at least to me. Beyond This Is Us, Beyond Riverdale, that I review on this channel on a weekly basis, I want to talk about or just share the show called Perfect Harmony. Check it out if you can. I hope to. But yeah, hey, hold on, I gotta give you a message here. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, hopefully people give it a chance. The show is called Perfect Harmony. But if my stuff can actually load, let me get right into. Hmm. Alright, sorry about that. If this thing can freaking wait and freaking load. Alright, on this week's episode of This Is Our Storybook Love. Pearson plot lines are woven around two mirrored dinners. One is set in the era when Rebecca is pregnant with the Big Three and preparing the first dinner in her and Jack's new house. The other dinner is in the era right after Jack's death, when the kids are in college. The lesson embedded in the dinner plot lines: to move forward, you must embrace the past. But in general, let's break down those dinners. Let's break down this episode. Again, this episode is entitled Storybook Love. In the pre-kids dinner, Rebecca is obsessed with making the perfect meal to start their new lives as a couple. But events around a playful, impatient Jack and a comedy of errors ensue. They're broken down into meal phases: hors d'oeuvres, salad, entree, wine, and pizza, with an event shown in each phase for each dinner. During pre-kids hors d'oeuvres, Rebecca hands a complaining hungry Jack a cheese stick and hot sauce and says I should tide him over. And cut to post-Jack dinner. Kate's throwing shade at Miguel for being around and talking smack about Kevin marrying Sophie. And that's the special occasion. Dropped like a bomb in a voicemail at the end of the last episode. And Rebecca's worried about an appetizer garnish. Then Beth breaks out a housewarming gift, hot sauce. Everyone squirms because Jack loves hot sauce and it's painful for them to think about it. But Beth forges on and happily tells them her late father loved hot sauce too. Newlywed Sophie and Kevin then arrive giddy. In the pre-kids salad portion of the meal, Rebecca hands a still starving Jack celery for a salad. In the post-Jack world, Kevin explains he proposed to Sophie after getting a sign. He was walking down the street in New York and came across a theater playing their favorite movie, The Princess Bride. At the same time, church bells across the street started ringing, and a street vendor selling bracelets walked by. In that moment, Kevin said, I realized I couldn't wait another second to start our lives together. Soon, Kate's record store co-worker Mark shows up, uninvited but sweetly. Kate lets him in, and Mark introduces himself as Kate's boyfriend. Later, in the kitchen, the siblings ask one another what they think of their dates. Kate says Beth is perfect, down to her adorable eye beauty mark, and Kevin says Mark is too old for Kate, which makes Kate even madder at her brother than she already is for his surprise marriage. But then Rebecca comes in and breaks up their bickering, demanding they enjoy the special dinner. Somewhere in the midst of everything, we get the first example of partners being on the outside of the Pearsons, which Miguel always talks about with Beth and Toby in the present day. It's punctuated comically by Mark asking Miguel who he is. In the preteen entree portion, Kate burns the lasagna, but Jack remains optimistic, while in post-Jack entree, everyone eats quietly tense. In pre-kids wine, Jack insists he's still excited about the lasagna. Post-Jack dinner, Rebecca wonders to Miguel if the family will ever overcome Jack's death. Miguel tells her, using a wine metaphor, to wait out the bad years and keep believing something better is coming. When we return to post-Jack dinner, Rebecca tells the kids what happened next in the pre-kids dinner. Flashbacks included for viewers. She says that while trying to capture a bird that flew into the house, Jack knocked over the burnt lasagna. He and Rebecca broke out laughing. Rebecca tells the kids that's when it became the perfect night, when we just let it be what it was. She says they have to be able to remember Jack happily like that and to talk about him because that's how they will move forward. Then comes the aftermath of both failed meals, pizza portion. Jack and Rebecca laughing, kissing, and sharing pizza. Rebecca, the kids, and their significant other smiling in the living room as Rebecca plays a song from The Princess Bride on the piano. There is a deeper meaning behind each dinner phase. Hors d'oeuvres represent the introduction of an idea. The salad is the preparation. The dinner is when things go wrong. Wine is accepting the things that go wrong. And the pizza portion is a celebration that comes when we embrace how things turned out. The happy resolution to an episode in life. Each adult Pearson kid, particularly the Pearson men, in this episode goes through the same journey, interwoven with the dinner scenes as well. I just liked how it all was woven together. For Kevin, Kevin's episode arc is both about his relationship with Nikki and his relationship with Cassidy. He drags Nikki to a hockey game honoring Cassidy for her service, but Nikki storms off during the game. Also unhappy to be there is Cassidy's soon-to-be ex-husband Ryan, who likewise flees midway through the game. Kevin's vow to help Cassidy win Ryan back. And about this, Nikki says to Kevin, "You really do have the strangest relationships with people. Could anything more appropriately describe Kevin or all the Pearsons, right?" Anyways, Ryan seems to want nothing to do with Kevin or Cassidy. Kevin's hors d'oeuvres portion are his ideas to help Nikki and Cassidy. His dinner is the moments Nikki and Ryan leave, angrily, I may add. But in the end, both work out to the pizza level of the resolution. When Kevin drops Cassidy and her son off, he confronts Ryan. Ryan tells him he was angry about being at the hockey game because it honored the thing that broke his favorite person, Cassidy. Then he tells Kevin to stay away from his wife and storms off. Cassidy walks up and finds Kevin smiling. Kevin tells her Ryan still likes her. Their mission might work out after all. And later, Kevin shows up at Nikki's. Sober and softer than usual, Nikki tells Kevin he hates storytelling and people, but he takes out a block of ice cream in reference to a story Kevin told him earlier in the day about Jack cutting ice cream blocks with a big 3 like cake. Nikki tells Kevin the ice cream thing came from Nikki and Jack's father and grandfather. It's one of the only kind things his father ever did when with them. Even Nikki has his dinner moment here. He is embracing the past to honor the present and the future. Meet Kevin halfway in building the bond Kevin seeks. Randall, and meanwhile for Randall gets called away from council duties. Sure to boil over soon since that's the second time he's had to bail on his political work. For an incident with Tess, she had a panic attack at school, and once at home with Tess and Beth, Randall starts telling Tess about his panic attacks growing up. And for me, people already know him out here in my real life in regards to me having panic attacks and battling anxiety. But anyways, back to the show. Cue the flashbacks, but she says she doesn't want to be anything like him and stormed off. And I was like, whoa, to like a whoa moment for sure. When we return to Beth and Randall tells Beth that because he didn't grow up with people who shared his DNA, it was especially exciting for him to see what he'd share with his kids. But he hates that his anxiety issues turned out to be one of those things. And he also storms off, saddened. Beth is left to recall that after Randall's panic attack breakdown in season 1, William told Beth he'd had the same issues growing up. His mother's solution was to have him look at the bubbles in a glass of seltzer until they all settle. Soon, Beth drags her husband and daughter back together. She says the thing they both hate having anxiety makes them who they are. That's what makes Randall caring and Tess loyal and determined. So she doesn't want to hear anything bad about what made 3 of her favorite people in the world so great. Then Beth shows them William Seltzer's trick. Sadly, that happy pizza moment resolution isn't the end of the Randall Beth plot. When Beth tells Randall she found a therapist, he supports the idea for Tess, but rudely snaps at Beth, insisting he doesn't need one. Beth is stunned and upset by his cold dismissal of her concerns. And here we go. Here comes the nice hitch in this sometimes near perfect marriage there. And as for Kate, this episode is light on adult Kate. She spends the whole day waiting at home for a baby gift from Randall and Kevin. It turns out to be the piano they had in their first post-Byre home, the one Rebecca played during the post-Jack dinner. That's Kate's whole story until she claims the episode's last minute. Huge cliffhanger, of course. Adult Kate goes through the photos taken that night, the night of the dinner. Rebecca's looking over her shoulder. Then Kate sees the photo of her and Mark. Rebecca says, I was trying too hard to hold it together. I wanted to believe so badly that you kids were happy. I didn't see what was happening. Oh, dang it. Hey, sorry about that. Kate says she didn't see it either. Did Mark hurt Kate in some horrible way? Or are they simply referring to some wedge bubbling between the family members? Also, how long until we find out what that's all about? But in any case, it seems adult Kate's dinner and pizza moments are yet to be revealed. But as always, another great episode of the show that is called Visit Us. Forward to the next one next week. And but yeah, I do hope people give the other show a chance. On Perfect Harmony. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed this review, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Above all else, always, take care.